Now we are at the very end of the game, and as you see here, I have added some new lines here inside this if statement here, if the secret expression contains a player guess. So we started with a very simple code, which was just printing this expression. It was replacing all the characters with dash, and also it was getting the next guess of the player, and it was just a simple comparison. As you see, we made progress. We gradually just added some codes, and we made it like more complex and more professional. So that's again my recommendation to you, that all the time start with a very simple case, with a very simple version of the game, no repetition. Just see that what's going to happen in only one turn of the game, and then gradually add all this stuff. And if you wanted to write this game like this at the very beginning, it might take a long time to come up with the actual and correct version. But we just gradually added this stuff that actually can help you, especially if you are at the very early stage of programming. So let me explain what is this if statement that I have written here. So what if the player actually guesses all the letters correctly? So n is still the number of chances are greater than 5. So we don't want to repeat the game forever if the chances are gonna still be greater than 0, which gonna happen if the player guesses all the word or the letters correctly. So here I'm going to use a new keyword which is called break. So this break will go out of the loop structure. So anytime that you are inside the loop structure, for example, this while loop here, as you see here, this while loop is here up to here, and this break is inside this while loop structure. So to go out of the while loop for any reason, you can use the break statement. So it breaks the loop. So let me explain now the if statement here. What's the use of this if statement? This code that I have written here for sure is not the only way that you can write the Hangman game, and probably maybe is not even the best one that you can write. So, but again, that's just something in order to educate you with the basic of programming if statement, loop structures, and also using the break and multi-branch statements. So here I said if the player expression, which will be updated anytime the player has the correct guess, if it is equals to the secret expression, then say that the player has won the game and also reveal the whole secret expression. But why I have something here called replace all the spaces with dash. The way that we have organized our game is that we are replacing every character, even including the space here, with a dash. So that's why you see here at the very beginning, as you see, that's one run of the program, every character, even the spaces, are replaced with a dash. And because the dash actually is not part of the game, so anytime that the player enters a guess, I'm going to say that check if I replace all the spaces with a dash, the secret expression will look like exactly to the player expression. That will happen here. As you see here, when I press U, so it's gonna be U gonna be here. So Java dash programming Java is dash fun will exactly look like the secret word if I replace every space with a dash. So that means that I'm done with the game. So that's why we use the replace all method. So that's going to replace every space here in the secret expression with a dash, and it's going to check it if it's equal to player expression. And you might ask, okay, why you're not using the two equal sign that you said is used for comparison, and why you're instead using the equals method or equals tools. That's something that we're gonna go into it in more details later, but just for now, because string, as you remember, is not a primitive data type or a primitive variable, we cannot use the equal sign to compare the actual values. To compare the actual values of these two variables, we're going to use something or a tool called equals. So the return value of replace all tool will be a string. So I'm comparing a player expression, which is a string, with another string, which will be the result of replacing all the spaces with a dash. So if they are equal to each other after replacing, I'm saying that you won the game, and I'm just going to reveal the secret expression. So I'm going to run the code one more time to see how it works. So here I'm going to say J, then A, then the letter V, and then P, then R, O, I, N, G, F, and U, and I think I need also the letter M, and I think I need the letter S as well. And as you see here, now the game is done. So I think I need to just also put a double clone here just to add more spaces to my code, make it more decorative. So you won the game, and secret expression, which was Java programming is fun. Again, if you replace all the spaces here with the dash, that exactly look like what I put here after an S. So if I put S here, this will exactly look like the secret word after replacing all the spaces with the dash. So that's in general how to write the Hangman game, and I hope that you have enjoyed writing this game. I will post the code for sure. The codes will be available for you for using, but I highly recommend to write this code as I was explaining. I'm explaining to you, face all the challenges when we're writing the code. I highly recommend you to actually expand this code on your own and maybe add more spices to your code to make it even look like better. That's how you can actually improve your programming techniques, by expanding the code that you're developing or adding more features to that. Hopefully after learning more stuff in Java, you can go back to this code and even make it even more better.